It feels so horrible. It's one of those moments where I just feel so crazy. I just feel crazy and realize how bad this is. Hey guys, it's Lizzie. So a lot of people have been requesting me to make a video about mixed episodes in bipolar disorder. I thought that instead of talking about mixed episodes, it'd be better if I showed you what a mixed episode is like. So I filmed myself throughout an entire day, right from when I woke up in the morning to before I went to bed, when I was in a mixed episode. And throughout the day, I talk about all my symptoms and try to explain what's going on inside my head. A mixed episode is when you have symptoms of major depression and mania occurring at the same time. It feels so crazy and chaotic. Editing through this footage was really hard because I think I show myself at my weakest and my messiest and my most confused. I love always looking and being and coming across as competent and put together, and this is a whole other side of me that I try to hide from everyone in my life.
Who are you in the dark? Show me the scary parts.
Okay, let's get into the video. I'm so scared.
Hey guys, so it is 12 o'clock. I'm still in bed. I woke up about an hour ago and I slept for 12 hours, which is what's been normal the past couple weeks when I've been in depression or like this mixed episode. Sorry, I cannot talk today. My body needs to sleep for like 13, 15, 12 hours. It's insanity, honestly. It's awful. The way I felt the past hour, I kind of had to work myself up to get out of bed, but it reminds me of when I was in severe depression, when I was in college, when I would literally not be able to get out of bed because I was so depressed. I just put on my contacts and brushed my teeth, so I'm sort of waking up, and I also feel like when I turned the light on, I wanted to immediately turn it off because my eyes just feel extra sensitive to light right now. I really need to work out and start my day and get a video edited, but I'm back under my covers because I don't know why, but like when I'm in depression, it just feels so cozy and comfortable and safe, and the world does not feel safe and comfortable and cozy. So I just want to stay in bed all day and do nothing. So I'm gonna read this book for probably like 30 minutes or an hour. My sister got it for me for Christmas. One of the characters has bipolar in it. I'm still really tired even though it's 1:30 and I slept for 12 hours. I'm 300 pages into this book and I just noticed something. My roommate just came in for a second to get something and talk to me, and I realized when I talk to other people, I always like fake happiness and fake energy, so I feel like myself when I'm around people, even if I don't feel like myself around myself. I also feel right now like my heart is beating really, really fast, and if you guys were actually here and could look at my face, you could see that my pupils are huge, which is a sign that you're manic. So that's why 1000% I'm in a mixed episode. One of the reasons I know I've been in one is because my pupils are so big, but then my sleep is as though I'm in depression, and I just keep yawning and yawning because I'm so tired even though I slept for 12 hours. Ugh, I hate it. So I just tried to turn music on and I turned it on and I'm like, I don't want to listen to music, which is a really bad sign when I'm in depression. I just don't even want to listen to music. So I just made my bed and I also changed into my workout clothes. I want to work out soon. So I had leftovers from yesterday and I haven't been eating that much food the past 2 weeks, which is so bad, I know. But when I'm in depression or mania and in a mixed episode as well, I just have zero appetite, in that if I try to eat enough food, it will feel like I'm so full that I'm nauseous kind of thing. So I have definitely lost weight over the past couple weeks, so my friends have pointed it out. They can tell, they can see that I've lost weight. I also had coffee today, which I don't usually have. I've been trying to cut coffee out of my life just because it makes me go manic sometimes and destabilizes my brain. It's the same reason I don't drink alcohol, will never do weed or any type of drug, because it will destabilize my brain even more. But on my really bad days where I'm low energy, coffee really helps. I just hung out with my roommates for a bit. Most of us work from home, and I find that on my really bad days when I feel out of reality, when I'm depressed or manic, being around people makes me feel less crazy and normal and less scared. I did my Bible study while I was drinking coffee and eating, and I was reading Mark 12:28 through the end of the chapter, verse 44, is talking about how the greatest commandment is to love God with all of our heart, soul, mind, and with all of your strength. So when I'm in depression, I don't have my full brain, I don't have my full strength, but God is just requiring us to love him with all of our strength. And so even if it's a very little bit at the time that I'm able to love God with, that's okay, and that's enough for what he wants from me. Because in the past, I've just stopped going to church when I'm in depression and kind of seen it as like, okay, I'm not even fully here at all. I can't have a relationship with God. A story that really like helped cement this in my mind when I was reading this morning is the story of the widow's offering. She's giving 2 little coins that only equal a penny. But to God, that's more than the people who are donating like thousands of dollars, because that's all that she had. So I think it's the same with me. When I give God like a little bit of my devotion when I'm in depression, like half of a prayer, like a tiny amount. However, I'm living as a Christian, it's like the tiniest thing. It doesn't seem like that much. It doesn't seem like it's making a difference. But for me, that's all I'm able to give at the moment because I'm in depression. To God, it's not about the exact output of actions, but it's about what's on the inside and how much we are giving from what we have at the moment. So I'm finally taking my medicine. I have this timer cap. I really recommend getting it, but it tells me the last time I opened it. So if I ever don't remember if I took my medicine or not, I will always know when the last time I took my medicine. This medicine is called Trileptal. It is a mood stabilizer. I take it twice a day. So ideally the timer cap thing should say 12 hours, but since I slept so much today, that's why it was 16 hours, and I have to take this with food or I'll get nauseous. So it's actually a good medicine because it forces me to eat in the morning. One of the reasons I think I've been so tired though is that I have a medicine called Seroquel, which is an antipsychotic. It's also a sleep medicine, so it knocks me out and helps me to sleep. So last night I was so manic that I was just gonna be awake all night, so I had to take an extra dosage of the Seroquel to make sure I slept. And so sometimes when I take more of the Seroquel, it makes me more like lagging behind and depressed for the next day. But I think it's worth it. It's safer to be a tiny bit depressed and a tiny bit exhausted the next day than to not get enough sleep. Because if you're not sleeping when you're manic, you're gonna just get more and more and more manic, and it's really, really dangerous. I am going to work out now. I work out every morning. I know it's kind of the afternoon now, but my thing with bipolar is always having the same morning routine regardless of what time I wake up. Hey guys, so usually I run 2 to 3 miles every day. The reason I know I've been in a mixed episode the past week is because 2 days ago I ran 5 miles really fast, and then I had so much more energy and did a Kayla It Scenes HIIT training thing afterwards and had even more energy. Another day this week too, I worked out for 2 hours, so intense. So I feel very outside of reality in that I'm experiencing everything, but it doesn't seem like I'm real. And if I think back on like the past 10 seconds or the past 5 seconds, like I can't remember. There are actual terms for this experience. It's called derealization. When you feel like there's a fog around you, or you feel like you're underwater. An example with like, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing right now. So like, I ran so fast and so far, I don't even know where I am right now. Like I ran into a different neighborhood that I never run in because I'm just not paying attention. And I can barely talk to you. I keep like not pronouncing words right. This happens as well when I'm manic. Some other things that happen when I'm manic, I will like run through traffic and not realize what I'm doing is dangerous. It's not like I'm trying to kill myself at all. I'm just not paying attention. But it's bad when I'm running too, because I'll like run in front of cars or like run when there's traffic coming and I'm not fully in reality, so I don't realize that what I'm doing is dangerous. I just like am very impulsive and just like do things without thinking. I have talked about this in several videos. So I got in a really bad car accident 2 summers ago, and it was because I went through a red light when there's a car was coming at me and I didn't even process that it was dangerous. I was just like, oh, a car's about to hit me. Oh, okay. Like, feels fun when you're doing reckless things too. But like, I seriously have no idea where I am right now. I ran so far, so past where I've ever run before. Hey guys, so I am planking right now. I've been doing a ton of ab workouts. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. My feet are like slipping on the grass because it's kind of wet. Oh, I do planks in my room a lot and I wear socks on the wood floor, and it's the best workout ever because you're kind of slipping on the floor while trying to stay in a plank. It's so intense. The wind and the grass and the blue sky is so nice. I love this park so much. Because I went running, all the endorphins are kicking in now, so I feel more in reality, so much happier. I feel really happy now, but I still feel intense derealization where I feel outside of reality and kind of just like my mind, if I'm not forcing myself to focus on something, there's just like nothingness. I'm not thinking about anything. It's just not fully here. I have to like pull my mind to be in reality, or I'll like go almost like mentally unconscious. Because I'm manic-ish right now with the way I'm working out, when I run, I sprint and run so fast, and it's like my mind has so much energy but my heart cannot keep up with it, if that makes sense. Like sometimes I've tried to run so fast so much when I've been manic, I feel like I'm gonna give myself a heart attack because my heart is beating so fast. So one of the reasons that I work out so much stronger when I'm manic is because of the derealization when you're manic, where you don't feel like you're fully here, so you don't feel your body, you can't feel pain as much, you're not aware of yourself. So even if it is really hurting yourself, or if you feel really exhausted, like you can't feel it because you're not fully like connected to your body. It sounds so weird to try to explain these things out loud. For people who aren't bipolar, comment below if you are able to conceptualize any of this. Something else about derealization and my experience in this mixed state and in depression in general is my dreams always feel more real than actually living, because they're so vivid, and then when I wake up I feel out of reality, but my dreams feel very alive and real and in reality. My dreams last night were like Inception-esque too, so I would dream in my dream and then wake up into my actual life, and my friends, family were in my dreams as well, so it just felt more real than right now, because right now I don't feel like I'm a real person. I feel like I'm in a dream or a phantom-like state, not here. My dreams were really weird too, like I was like about to be killed, I think, and like there were like sexual stuff going on too. It was so freaking weird. When I have really weird dreams, it means I'm going manic. When I have like very monotonous dreams, I'm in depression. So my dreams were both last night. And I have no idea where I am on this run again. Like I ran through a random neighborhood I've never been in before, and I'm kind of lost. And that's because of this derealization thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's like my body is on autopilot when I'm in mania and in depression and just doing things. And I have to try so hard to like be in control and think through my actions, because it's just like this impulsive thing leading me. It's so hard to like force myself to be in reality and like try and like direct my body. I don't even know where I am right now. I'm so freaking confused. I'm probably going to like Google Maps back to my apartment. That was such an intense workout. That was like an hour and a half or 2 hours. So completely unnecessary long time. But I'm checking to see if I have packages. Packages in our complex get stolen all the time. It's the strangest thing. There's like a thief who lives here. Okay, so every time I come in, I check to see if any of my roommates got packages before the thief steals them. So, oh my gosh, that's such an intense workout. So you might think, do I ever do anything with my life? Am I ever productive? Yes. Most days I'm editing for anywhere from like 10 to 14 hours I'm working. Today is just one of the worst days I've had in like months, productivity wise, but most of the time I'm always working when I'm awake. Even when I sleep 12 hours, I'm still like working 10 hours that day. Hey! So I'm gonna stretch a tiny bit and then hop in the shower and then work for the rest of the day. So even though it seems like I did nothing today, it's 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna work till I go to bed at 10 or 11, so that's 7 or 8 hours of work, plus all the filming I did today. So even on my worst days, I'm still able to be really productive. I feel like having a creative job with a mental illness is the way to go. I could never do a job with hours. I literally could not do that. Like I can't wake up, even if I set like
12 alarms, I cannot wake up sometimes. So while I was running, I was listening to the new Camila Cabello album, and lyrics from this one song, In the Dark, I really relate to with sharing my mental illness with anyone in my life. I can see you're scared of your emotions. I can see you're hoping you're not hopeless. So why can't you show me? Why can't you show me? I can see you're looking for distractions. I can see you're tired of the acting. So why can't you show me? Why can't you show me who are you in the dark? Because I feel like I don't want anyone in my life, even the people, especially the people closest to me, to see what I'm like when my bipolar is the absolute worst. I just feel like I need to protect everyone and not show anyone. So this song is like motivation almost to be more vulnerable, because I hate being fully vulnerable and letting anyone see the core of me, except on my YouTube, which is so weird. I feel safe sharing on here because I don't actually know you guys. It's my outlet. Also, when it comes to being bipolar, depression is a huge stress response, and in mania too, my body just physically gets so tense, and so stretching is amazing. It's like a stress relief, and it makes me feel so much better. I feel like I'm not connected to my brain fully, which is called depersonalization. Like I feel like I'm on autopilot and something is talking and I'm processing that it's talking, but I'm not deciding to talk. Does that make sense? So I'm experiencing myself be myself, but I'm not being myself. That's what depersonalization is, and that's what I feel like today. So I feel like my view of time is very different today. Like a lot of time is going by, but I don't realize it's going by. So time, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like my brain is working slower than it normally is, slower than what's going on around me, which is the mixed episode depression part of the mixed episode. Oh, I really can't talk today. I love stretching so much because I did cross country and track growing up, and like I literally cannot talk. I'm like stumbling over words, but and I did ballet for like 9 years as well, so stretching just has been my entire life. I feel very, very, very outside of reality now, like derealization, so much derealization. It's really, really, really scary. Like I feel so scared. I absolutely hate it. I hate it so much. It's just, ugh, it feels so horrible. It's one of those moments where I just feel so crazy. I just feel crazy and realize how bad this is. I feel so scared. Like I feel crazy. I feel so crazy right now. I hate it. Like I absolutely hate being bipolar right now. I just feel so freaking crazy, so outside of reality. I feel like nothing is real. Also, my skin is breaking out right now because I went on a new medicine, which usually happens. Every time I go on a new medicine or go off, my skin breaks out. Some medicines also, just being on the medicine makes your skin break out. It's super annoying. I really, really hate it. I super want to just sit here and do nothing and think of nothing and just be in derealization, but I'm going to go shower and then edit a video. Another manic thing, I was just randomly singing and dancing, and that's something I do when I'm manic. Hey guys, so I showered in record time, in like a minute and a half, which is the mixed episode part. So working out took me like an hour and a half, but then I'm super sped up as well. So sometimes I do really fast. I don't understand it. But another thing is I kept almost like running into the wall of the shower, and like I almost fell earlier. I feel like my coordination and just like motor movements are so sporadic that I'm going to hurt myself or fall over. Which is why I'm always like, I have random cuts and bruises on me all the time because I'm hypomanic a lot, so I'm always like running into things and like sporadic movements. So I just put on shorts and a tank top because I feel really, really hot now. Like I have a fever, which is what happens when I'm manic. My body temperature feels so hot, and when I'm in depression it feels so cold. So because I'm in a mixed episode today, I've gone from feeling like really, really cold shivering to really, really hot like I have a fever. I always do random ballet all the time because I did ballet growing up, so I'm always like randomly balancing and dancing like all of the time. My skin has been so bad lately, so I'm gonna put this mud face mask on. So now I'm going to get to work. I'm going to leave this mask on for 15 or 20 minutes, and I'm just going to be editing a video. Something else going on today, I've probably only eaten like 300 or 400 calories, but I feel really full and almost nauseous. Like I could not eat any more food. And that's something that always happens if I'm in mania or depression. I just cannot eat enough calories and I lose weight. It's really unhealthy, but it's so hard to force myself to eat. So it's been like 15-20 minutes. It's really, really hard to focus. I still feel outside of reality, but I'm forcing myself to focus and I'm getting a lot of editing done. I realize that I feel starving right now, but also really full. I also kind of feel freezing but hot at the same time. So I constantly feel like no one in my life really understands me because I don't even understand myself. Everything is a contradiction. This is just like an example of how I can feel two completely opposite things at the same time and somehow it's going on inside me, but I don't know how to make sense of it. Emotions the same way, where I feel totally opposite things at the same time towards something. It happens with everything, where everything is a contradiction. I just saw my phone too, and I have a lot of text messages, and I do not feel like replying to anyone. So I'm gonna not reply for a few hours. I just feel like no motivation, you know? I feel like I'm not even fully here. I feel like I'm not a person right now. If you guys are wondering, this is like my filming light, but I like the way the light is. It's like a white toned light, so I use it as an actual light in my room. And that way too, I don't have to reset up this light all the time. And my roommate is chill with it. I feel like I want to just start like pacing the room right now, and like my heart is beating fast. I feel like I need to like do something right now. It's like this extreme surge of energy or something. I put an eye mask on now too. So I've been putting stuff on Snapchat, on my Instagram story today, and it feels like I'm faking my personality and acting when I'm doing that, and also when I'm around people, because I feel like, I don't know, not at all myself today, like so outside of reality. So when I'm talking to anyone, it's fake. I'm about to go grocery shopping with two of my roommates, and I just got really, really cold all of a sudden, so I put warmer clothes on. I don't even know what song I'm singing. I'm just like repeating what you said. It's alright. I'll play it in the car. Okay. I love it. Every time I don't get a cart, then I always need a cart. Like it always happens, you get more food than you think you need. Where is the kale? Yes. It's so much kale. I am back to feeling like I have a fever. It's insane. Like chills to fever, chills to fever. It's so crazy. And I feel like I'm about to pass out too. I just feel really sick basically. Bananas, my favorites.
Yeah, sorry. I feel like Liz, you and I have a similar music taste.
We have the same exact music taste.
Right?
Yeah. You have the best music taste ever.
You too. Oh no, sorry, I'm cooking. I'll ask Liz, do you want to go biking on next Saturday? Yeah, okay, Liz is...
So I still kind of feel like I'm about to pass out. It's kind of messed up. I feel starving and nauseous at the same time. So I want to eat so much food, but I feel like I can't eat any food. So I'm kind of snacking a bit. From watching this video and how I don't eat that much in a day, you might think I have some sort of eating disorder. That's what I thought too when I was first diagnosed with a major depression episode. I actually went to talk to a therapist because I was not eating, and I was like, is there an eating disorder for when you're not insecure and not aware that you have an eating disorder? Because that's how my bipolar manifests. That's how my depression and mania manifests. It's as if I have an eating disorder, but I really don't. I don't have a problem with my body at all. I'm fine with my body if I gained 5 or 10 pounds. I like how it looks either way. Because I'm bipolar, my weight is constantly fluctuating, like up 5 or 10 pounds, down 5 or 10 pounds. And there's nothing I can really do about it just because my metabolism completely changes. So sometimes I'll want to eat 3,000 calories in a day. Sometimes I'll want to eat 500 calories in a day. I'm back to editing, and this is what I'm going to do for the rest of the night until I go to bed. I'm going to finish this video, or at least finish it, so I just have to add music or transitions or something tomorrow morning. So because I was really proactive and like filmed at the beginning of this week and like got a ton of stuff done at the beginning of this week, I'm not behind at all. And so that's why having bipolar isn't that bad for my productivity, because I'll be manic at one point and get a lot of work done and be ahead, and so then when I go into depression, it's not that bad. It's really bad when I'm in depression for like months and months and months and months, but since I'm medicated, the breakthrough symptoms don't last that long. It's kind of like depression for a day, mania for a day, and it's like chill mania, chill depression. It's not like these extreme months-long episodes. Ooh, it's so beautiful. Thank you. Looks so good. I feel so full just eating like 2 bananas, some veggies, and bread. My body is ridiculous. It needs to chill. This cashew chocolate milk is really good though. Like 10 out of 10. It's so good. You guys should go get it. Vegan milk is the best. Oh, I'm so cold now. This is literally like so hot to so cold. It's crazy. So as I was editing, I just had a thought. It feels as if my brain is swollen. That's the kind of headache I have right now. And probably my brain is swollen right now. And it's so annoying because I keep feeling really hot, then really cold, then really hot, then really cold, back and forth. I have my fuzzy blanket though. This is like my favorite blanket. It's so cozy. Hey, so I'm editing and I feel like I have a really bad like compression headache right now, which is what happens when I get into depression. And I was editing and I had to like turn the volume down because kind of like how this morning I didn't want to listen to any music because it like bothered me. It's the same thing where I don't want to hear any sounds right now because it kind of feels like it hurts my brain. I don't know how to explain that. Oh, all of this sounds so crazy, having to like explain the symptoms out loud. Like I've never tried to just like conceptualize out loud what is going on with me. I'm so sleepy. I'm like yawning. I want to go to bed, but it's like 7 o'clock. It is 9:30, which is essentially my bedtime. There's an app I really recommend called Pill Reminder, and it gives me 3 notifications in the morning, 3 at night, reminding me to take my medicine, and because of that, I'm so much better at taking my medicine now. This is such a mess. I super need to clean, I know. So I'm taking a lot of pills. 2 of Trileptal. I'm on 600 milligrams total of Trileptal twice a day, so total 1200, which is so much. And then I take these 100 milligram Seroquel tablets and I split them in half, and this is the antipsychotic medicine that helps me to fall asleep. This is my pill divider, and I actually already have a half in here, but I want to show you guys how it works. So you go like that, and then you just press down, and it divides it in half. The Seroquel kicks in within 20 minutes, so if I still feel really awake in 20 minutes, then I take a second one, and usually 2 definitely help me fall asleep. I had to do, I think, 3 of them yesterday just because I was so manic, but I feel more chill today, so hopefully I'll be able to fall asleep soon. I was hanging out with my roommates earlier. We were watching a show, and then I was reading some too of this book. I really like how they portray bipolar disorder. I think it's really, really accurate. I don't want to do spoilers of the book, but I just feel like they got a lot of facets of bipolar really, really right. With like why you don't want to take medicine, running away from people, the way a lot of people are like scared to talk about bipolar and get like super defensive and don't want to talk about it to like people in their lives. My favorite thing in the book though is the way they portrayed a relationship with someone who is hypomanic and bipolar, and the person who's hypomanic is kind of acting crazy, and then the other person who's like dating them is just kind of going along with it and thinks nothing is wrong. Because that has happened to me a lot, where I'll be sort of manic and be acting crazy, and then someone will be into me and think that's just how I normally am. And it always confuses me how the person dating the bipolar person thinks that's normal and thinks it's cool if they're just like super erratic or hypersexual or like impulsive. That always just, I don't like it. How if one person is being crazy, the other person is being crazy too in the relationship. Does that make sense? As for my mood right now, I feel very numbed out, sort of like depression, like I have no energy. So it's good I don't feel manic right now because I would not be able to fall asleep. Okay, I guess that's true. They're all Protestants? Wow. I'm bulletproof. Wait, what do you mean a bulletproof vest? I was just FaceTiming my boyfriend. Now it is 10:40 and I'm super tired and about to fall asleep. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that if you have bipolar, you were able to feel really understood and just relate to a lot of the symptoms that I had. And if you don't have bipolar, thank you so much for watching and becoming informed on what having bipolar is actually like. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!